What is going on, people? I am back for another review, if you couldn't tell by the title. Like I said in my previous video, pretty much what I want to start doing now is doing reviews for, the lower budget movies. The ones that, might not get the publicity that's out there with these big theatrical releases and all TV time and, commercials and everything. I'm going to go for the ones that I find, that might need that little help up that I can, not that my channel's huge or anything, but if I talk about them, maybe you'll watch it and tell your friends about it. I want to help the little guys out, I guess you want to call it. So, if you couldn't tell by the title, this one is a review for Scary Story Slumber Party. Try saying that 5 times fast. It's put out by Sick Flick Productions. It's directed by John Johnson, Jonathan Moody, Mike Wilson, and Coven Dela Cruz. Hopefully I said all those names right. It's written by Jonathan Moody, John Johnson, Robert Eakins, Corey Graham, Faron Brown, Travis Leggy, and Victor M. Nash. Why, you ask, there's so many people? Well, this movie, it's an anthology movie. I believe it's 10 shorts that they have in there, including, the main little storyline. Pretty much what it is, there's three girls that get together for a slumber party. They haven't seen each other, or it's implied that, it's them getting together after a while, and they're sitting there talking, gossiping, and then they're like, what can we do to make this better? And, it's them sitting, telling, 10 different shorts. And you might ask why I didn't mention who's in this. It's because there's so many people that if I tried to tell you everybody that stars in it, it'll probably take, an entire video for itself. Each short, there's some that, have reoccurring characters in it. But for the most part, each short kind of has its own people in it. Some of the bigger names you might know. Heather Dorff is in one. Devaney Pinn is in one. There's now names are kind of eluding me. But pretty much, like I said, each one kind of takes around, almost like it kind of reminded me of, what do you want to call it? Like, Are You Afraid of the Dark kind of deal, where they'll sit, oh, well, I can beat you with this story, or I can do this with this story. And there's about, I believe there's 10 different shorts. I believe there's 10. It's like Valentine's Day Pray, Bashed, The Pledge, Noise Complaint, Deadly Hook, Unlucky Night, the just main Slumber Party segment, Event Invitation, The Dare, I think that's about it, and Backstabber is another one. I believe my favorite one is Unlucky Night. I'll tell you a little bit about that one. I don't want to tell you too much about all of them because, again, they are kind of short. They're about, from what I remember, about maybe 5 minutes each. It kind of reminds me of, the ABCs of Death kind of deal, where each director kind of gets, a 5-minute deal. Well, that's what this is. My favorite happened to be, it's called Unlucky Night, where this guy's in a bar. He's, getting toasted. He ends up running into this girl. He ends up taking her to a hotel. You don't know what really goes on until the morning when he wakes up and he's tied to a chair. Or is he tied to a chair? He's tied up some way. And he finds out certain things about this girl that, in his drunken state he didn't care to know or whatever. So that one was definitely, one of my favorites. You got another one where this girl's thinking her friend is kind of cheating with a boyfriend. Another one is a group of kids end up going to this creepy dude's party. They didn't want to go in the first. Well, some of them didn't want to go. They end up going. Stuff happens. One has to do with a sorority. There's a whole bunch of them. But overall, like I said, this is a lower budget one. But to tell you the truth, each one had its own, different storyline to it. None kind of, ran into each other. They all had an interesting plot to them. I enjoyed it, especially for it being, a lower budget film. Definitely, did its job. You had its some were gorier than others, and it did its job for. I don't want to say did its job, but it definitely held you with it. Some movies, sometimes when it's a low budget, it's kind of hard. Sometimes you'll get really good acting, but the quality won't be that good, or the quality will be good, and you won't get great acting. Well, this kind of mishmashed. Put both of them together because the acting was really good. Like I said, you have a whole bunch of people who I've known or I've seen in other stuff, as opposed to newer people, and they did a really good job with it. The acting was good. Again, seeing it, the visuals were good, the sound was good. So overall, I mean, everything just worked with this movie. Again, if you're into anthology movies, this one is definitely for you. There is, like I said, I think there's 10 different shorts. But overall, I enjoyed it. Definitely go ahead, check that out. Again, Sick Flick Productions. Definitely go check them out. I'll leave a link to where you can purchase this. I believe it's streaming on Amazon. I could be wrong, but I'll leave the link to that. And definitely, if you're into these lower budget anthology movies or anthology or whatever it is, whatever genre you're into, definitely go ahead, check this one out. Show them some love. And yeah, so again, that's my review for. Sorry about that. My review for Scary Story Slumber Party. Again, if you can say that 5 times fast, I give you credit. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that review. Again, I'm going to be doing more independent stuff, more lower budget movies, just to get the word out. Again, my channel's not gigantic or huge, but if one person sees it, they might tell other friends about it or whatever. So definitely, if you can, go ahead, share it just so the word gets out there. Like this if you want. Subscribe to my channel for more. Again, I will be posting a whole bunch of stuff on Instagram, so if there's a movie there that you kind of are interested in, definitely let me know, and I'll do a review for you guys. And yeah, I guess until next time, I'll see you.